there's really no reason for me to do this. I just wanted to show off my new rim doll. Hey guys, it's Percolating, and today we are back with the Storytime Saturday, and before I get into it, I want to thank Miss Jessica for actually forcing me to do this shit, because I was very much not in the mood to do it, but I asked for someone to yell at me on Twitter, and she obliged willingly. If you guys don't, follow me on all my social medias. I always need those little encouragements every so often and whatnot. So, nonetheless, with that out of the way, guys, we are back with Storytime Saturday with Lucid9, and well, last time we played, we left off about to get on a Ferris wheel. It's of course only 2 people, and we were of course forced together with our love interest in the game. So, you know, we're gonna just catch up right where we were. I just remember I need to tell Akira off whenever I get the chance, but nonetheless, let's jump back into where we were. By the way, guys, this one might be a little bit shorter just because of time. I'm procrastinating, is what I've been doing. I'm gonna get back to a rigid scheduling of my life soon. I really want to, because I don't like the fact that I'm not being as productive as I usually am. So nonetheless, I know you guys aren't here for that, so I'm just gonna let you guys know soon I will be back to doing the hour and a half long ones, but this one might be a little bit shorter depending on where we end up being able to stop. So anyway, Rui and I slip into the next car, a cozy blue box with blue cushioned seats and blue doors and blue ceilings, dressed with white trim and white wood and white light. A lot of blue and white. Rui eases comfortably into her seat, turning her head until she's staring out the window. After the attendant closes the door, the Ferris wheel begins to steadily chug upwards. Yama? The serious outline of her voice catches me off guard. I find myself curling in my fingers into the cushions beneath me. What? Da-da-da-da? I'm really glad I met you. My heart throbs unexpectedly against my ribcage. Nervousness? Shock? I immediately moved to distance myself from the alien emotion. What is this? Am I feeling? I know. Who else would be a willing victim of your horrible abuse? Not that, you know. I just feel like you don't hear it very often. I'm glad you're here, Yama. I'm glad I know you. I hadn't known that it was possible to simultaneously feel intensely cold and intensely hot. Something about her words is very discomforting, even while I feel warmth creeping into my limbs. I was about to say my loins, but that's a different feeling. I guess that if I wasn't here, I couldn't be glad, so by default, I'm glad I'm here too. Stupid, stupid, stupid. What am I even saying? Why do you always do that? What? Deflect attention off of yourself. Because I'm not worth paying attention to? Same. Because why would someone as bright and adorable and winning as Rui care for me after all these years? Why is she the one who's glad we're friends when I'm the one who should be saying that 10, 50, 100 times over? I haven't done anything for her. Complained, whined, criticized, complained some more. Who would really want that kind of friend? I have fun when you're around. I like our bickering. I like watching your stupid competitions with Masato. Just be yourself, okay? I should honestly admit to myself that I'm touched, but I'm far too awkward for that. Well, I can't exactly be anyone else. Gosh, you really love to kill the mood, don't you? It's better than killing other things. Oh, Yama. You kill other things too. Such as brain cells. It's so unexpected that it makes me laugh. The atmosphere instantly relaxes at its sudden injection of snark. We fall into silence after that breeze of humor. Rui resumes staring out of the car window. I glance around, searching for another topic. Scenery, boring, weather, worse, love life, bad idea. I idly brush my hand against the window frame. It seems to breathe beneath my fingertips. Say, that's an idea. I reach my arms until they're touching either side of the car. Rui turns to me, questions weighing on her brow. What are you doing? Earthquake! Can we not? Can we just not do that? My voice slips out unusually high and childish as I shove my body to and fro. Our car immediately begins to swing, creaking metallically beneath my weight. Rui pales and clings to her cushion. Stop that! Stop what? You know, if we shake too much, we might fall. Fall? Like this? I feign crashing to the side, slamming into the car with more force than I probably should. Rui squeaks, instinctively reaching for me. Don't do that, it's dangerous! What's dangerous? This? I straighten and pretend to fall again, but Rui snatches my wrist and pulls me towards her. My momentum collapses against her. I'm barely able to catch myself against her seat. For a long moment, we stay in silence. I'm looming over Rui, one hand curled on the seat by her head, and the other instinctively clapping around her shoulder. Her face is unnaturally close. At this distance, I can feel her breathe, short and warm, brushing against my cheek. Her eyes, amber, also warm. Her hair, the color of light fire, silky, warm. Everything about her, warmth, comfort. Warmth, comfort, love. Yama? Sorry. I finally come to my senses and plop back into my seat, staring very resolutely out the window. What the heck was I doing? Rui, this is Rui. Rui Hayata, the girl who's in love with you. Get a grip on yourself. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. And now the silence is suffocating. They gon' fuck. They gon' fuck. So... we immediately pause, eyes cutting between the window and each other. You first. No, it's okay. I didn't have anything important to say. Me neither. Silence again. We stop again. Awkward. So awkward. What are you gonna say? Just, do you, like trees? Are you talking about the marijuanas? Are you talking about injecting marijuanas? I think that's what we're talking about. I feel a sudden impulse to bash my head into the window until it shatters. Trees? Really? Sure, they're like normal trees, I guess? Yeah, they are. We drift back into silence. I have something to say. Is she going to say what I think she's going to say? No. I have a better idea. You don't even know what I was going to say. Yeah, it's a better idea. Still, it's a better idea. Well, okay. She seems genuinely annoyed, which catches me off guard. Shouldn't she be relieved? Relieved that she won't have to say anything embarrassing? So what's this better idea? In hindsight, I really should have thought of something before claiming so. Not that I had the luxury anyway. Oh, Yama. Well, I was gonna say that. A simple kind of crazy idea leaps into my head and I go for it. Shh. What now? I immediately drop to the floor in an athletic crouch, pretending to search for something. Rui's face transforms as she curiously surveys my actions. After a few seconds of pausing, I pretend to yank something from out beneath the seat. Bugged. What? Why? Shh. Agent Hayata, don't make another move. I slowly peer out the window and silently praising myself for the diversion. Looks like Rui's forgotten what she was gonna say. But just for good measure, I throw myself to the floor with a yell. Rui instinctively follows. They've got RPGs! Houston, we have a problem! I start shaking the box again as Rui imitates an explosion, tossing herself around. Oof, direct it! Commander, shields at 23%! I'm a bit busy! I mime fighting some sort of alien pretend to kick it out the car. They have borders? Looks like we're done for, Lieutenant. The only thing left to do is... A silence falls between us as we understand the gravity of the situation. Kamikaze. Let's give him one hell of a show. Okay. I know she's a theater nerd, but... Really? Is that what it really takes to distract people? Is that all you have to do half the time? Because that's kind of bullshit. I've been fucking this up. I've like been working on being quick-witted and coming up with bullshit on the fly. Honestly, apparently I could just say that we're bugged and that we're agents and oh, what the fuck, this is bullshit. You got it, Commander. With a renewed enthusiasm, she whips about, slamming her hands against the cushions. The car shakes with the enemy fire, but she retains her focus. Stay on target. Stay on target. The car screeches with speed as she homes in at the mothership, right at the weak point. Stay on target. Mister, it's time for you to disembark. We're abruptly yanked back to reality. Rui leans over the cushions, smashing her heads against the imaginary controls, while I'm by the window fighting off non-existent boarders. The flush of embarrassment creeps up my neck, is mimicked on Rui's end. Sorry, really, so sorry. We creep out of the car, feeling attendants' eyes weigh heavy on our backs. I probably shouldn't have done that. You know, you do a lot of things you probably shouldn't do. There's a pun in there somewhere, but I can't find it. We could ask Akira. She's quite the queen of puns. We grin at each other like the pair of fools we are. We should meet up with the group. Yeah. Rui gazes flits between me and the ground. Yama? It happens in one fluid motion. She steps forward, gently pinches the edge of my sleeve between her cheeks, tiptoes up, and softly, hesitantly, places her lips against my cheek. Then, almost before I can register, she reacts, cheeks flushing. Thank you. She turns and darts off to the rest of the group. For a moment, I can only stand there, mind completely blank, hand against my cheek. I told you. They gon' fuck. They gon' fuck. That's what gon' happen, is they gon' fuck. Why? Hey Cap, if you're done standing around... Hey Cap, if you're done standing around like a goof, we're ready! I force myself out of the stupor and amble over to the rest of the group, plastering a fake smile on my face. This first, think later. Where should we go next? Yahiko, my dad. We went to the... we can go to the bot fight arena. Let's go to the extreme carousel. Let's try that one. Ooh, Cat, do you see that? I look to where she's rapidly waving her arms and find myself staring at a little carousel. Yeah. It's a bit underwhelming. No, behind it. Behind it? I look upward. Behind the kid-friendly circle of ponies is a much taller carousel with its seats rising into the air as it spins. The seats are dragons. We can fly to the 7 seas and beyond, Cap. Who wouldn't want to do that? Probably someone afraid of heights, which no one in the group seems to be. Well, what are you guys' thoughts? Sounds great. You're exempt. You agree to everything Akira says. I so do not. I so do not. I say go for it. I say we go for it. Trying new things is always a great idea. Doesn't look like all that exciting to me, but I got worse. I'll get to have a dragon for a minion? I look at Ari and Elizabeth, but they only shrug. Great, time to ride the spinning wheel of death. It's, got to be safer than the roller coaster, right? We trot briskly, a little too briskly for my taste, to the line where Akira points excitedly at the carousel. Hey, Rui, do you see what I see? I look to where she's pointing, a couple seat, of course. I don't know what you're saying. Why, you and Cap should ride together, of course. Bitch! I swear, phone M&M's, hold up. Did I just spin on my camera? Is that what that was? I have no idea. Nonetheless. Why would I want to ride with Yama? He's so fat. Excuse me? Bitch? I'm sure she just means to say you're big bone, Cap. That's definitely not what surprised me. I honestly don't see anything of Yama's that can be called fat. How about this? So unfair. He doesn't even exercise. I do, on occasion. Yeah, when all the planets align and the blue moon rises. He was fit as a bull when he was in track. You could be a real hotshot if you join track again, Cap. And why would I do that? Good aim with firearms is important. She, didn't mean that kind of hotshot, Ari. Then what does she mean? The attendant chooses the moment to raise the barrier. Rui snaps to attention with a grin that's a little too shiny. Oh boy. Wow. Guess it's time to go. We sure don't want to hold up this line. We sure don't want to hold up the line. I get Rui and Akira's voice mixed up when they're in the same scene. I really do. I really feel like stretching my legs, like elephant leg room. Solo pod for me. Before anyone else in the group can blink, she immediately leaps into a one-person dragon seat and straps herself in. Behind her, floods of people past us, struggling to secure the best spots. Clearly, Rui hasn't watched enough dramas to know what happens when you defy fate. What happens? I have no clue. I haven't watched enough dramas either. You die, murdered in cold blood. What the fuck? Eri, calm the shit down. Right. You know, you and Rui are like a really bad. You and Rui are like really bad depth perception. You look like you're really close, but you're actually not. This might be a novel concept, but Rui and I are independent people. Sometimes we like to do things on our own. Why do something on your own when you can do it together? Cause you're a bitch. You're a dumb bitch. That's why. That sounds really unhealthy. Just because you can do something together doesn't mean you should. You strike me as the kind of person who doesn't like to ask for help, Cap. That's really random. Not really. See, I did press twice, by the way. That was me in my own dumbassery. I just happened to read what it said. Not really. See, there's the kind of people who would say, there's the kind of people who would say just because you can do something alone doesn't mean you should. That means they can't do anything on their own. Oh, I don't think that's it. I don't think it's that. What's the point of your life if you're never affected other people? This conversation is taking an interesting turn. I lean in despite myself. What do you mean by that? Well, if you live as a hermit in the Alps and you don't do a single thing, then the world would be the exact same whether you live or die. So shouldn't you always be looking to affect other people? Interesting. The crazy Akira has thoughts like these. You can end up having a negative impact, so no, not really. Think about the difference of impact between Stalin versus, I don't know, some random citizen who buys a homeless guy some coffee. But either way, Cap, that random citizen was still affecting humanity. Doing everything alone seems lonely. I paused at that. Yeah. Yes, it really does. Hey, you might want to hurry up before all the seats are taken. We're on it, Highness. But when I look up, I notice all the solar spaces are occupied, leaving only a couple vehicles. Well, this should be pretty simple. Akira and I can ride together, negating the risk of putting up with some idiot stranger. Akira, which one do you want? We're boarding together? What, you'd rather be with a stranger? I always enjoy the opportunity to make someone's day a little more surreal. Usually I'd believe her, but something about her seems unusually fidgety. Come on, I'm not putting up with some random kid who will barf all over me. I hook my arm around hers and pull her to the nearest two-seater, a nice golden dragon with overly long lashes to make it look distinctly feminine. She promptly sits down, face completely blank, and I strap the seatbelts over us. She doesn't say a single word, even when I'm done prepping the vehicle. What's wrong? On the contrary, what's right? Pardon? Nothing! She turns her head and stares resolutely out one of the windows, so I can't see her face. I wait for her to start some random conversation, but she says nothing. Akira? No response. The attendant drops by our car and closes the door. She takes one look at Akira and one look at me and raises an eyebrow. Girlfriend mad? She seems to be saying. I try to shake my hands in a universal, no, this is not my girlfriend, but she seems to take it as I swear I didn't do anything wrong, and I only shake her head, and she only shakes her head as she walks away. Fuck off! Japan and their misunderstandings. Did I make Akira mad? Akira, are you mad? No. Oh. Okay. More silence. Another attendant's voice drones on as the beginning procedures of the ride. Still nothing from Akira. So how's life? No response. Akira might as well have turned into stone. The ride starts up in a cranky whirl, and our vehicle begins to pick up speed, rising into the air. We ascend for a few moments, stopping at a nice intermediate point, around 10 feet off the ground. Having fun? Still nothing. What's going on? Hey, Akira. And they're off! What fine specimens of the Draconis Rex racing the green. It's no secret that the crowd favorite is the famous Freddy, world champion for the past 120 seasons of the Dragon Races. Why, at this very moment, we can see money exchanging hands because in this fictional world, betting is totally not illegal. I have no clue where this is coming from, but somehow it's a relief. I'll take a weird Akira over a quiet Akira any day. Still, does not take a genius to notice she's completely ignoring me. She won't even glance in my direction. So Akira. Come on, Freddy, I didn't raise you to be a loser. Win this race or I'm grounding you for a month. She leans forward and slams a firm hand on the neck of our dragon, which startles me. Our steed flies higher as if in response. That's more like it. Show me that my life savings spent on JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrots will pay out dividends. JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic. Cheers. Aren't carrots for horses? Some dragons are vegetarian. Are you mocking their dietary sacrifices? I really didn't peg you as much of a... I really didn't peg you as such a dragonist person. What? You see, I am the esteemed Sir Angel Trainer of dragons worldwide, and you are just an insignificant little Sir Caraway. Why those names? I'm Angel because I wanted to be an angel, but no matter how close I get, I can't. And you're Caraway because whenever you have a care, you throw it away. At this, Akira seems to renew her determination to ignore me, because she turns forward again, renewing the scolding of her erstwhile dragon. Freddy, you must redeem yourself! There's rising newcomers on the scene, you know, backwater talents like Rakaf, Liftable, and Hagen are taking their respective nations by storm. Don't tell me that your age is getting to you. I mean, he's been around for at least 120 years, apparently. That's pretty old by my standards. The end is in sight. Go for the finish, ready? But just as she stands up in her seat, only to be stopped by a belt, and waves one arm dramatically forward, the ride begins to slowly lower, pulling back in speed. No! But yes, our time on the ride has come to an end. Judging from the declaration, this seems to push Akira into a frenzy. I should have known. If you are what you eat, then Freddy just became a JPDA certified grass-fed gluten-free organic carrot. And no race can be won by a oh god, fuck, I'm not saying that again. She still doesn't look at me, even as she unbuckles the seatbelt and jumps out of the vehicle. I can barely catch her arms as she leaves. Hey Akira, what's the big deal? You let go of that arm, Cap. Wow. She suddenly sounds very serious. I let go of her arm. You're avoiding me, aren't you? Avoiding your face is a little different from avoiding you, Cap. And what's that supposed to mean? It means that it's time to meet up with the others. She bounds away before I can stop her. Great. Guess I have to follow along. The rest of the group reconvened by the map, some noticeably more thrilled than others. How was it, Rui? How was it, Rui? Being in a pod by yourself? Oh, not you. Not you too, Mickey. Akira, how was it for you? Me? Oh, well, I had fun. I sat in a pod with this kid who I convinced to check out Grover Mecker. Yeah, I'm sure it was good and all, but why don't we do something more exciting? The clamor of the group is starting to get to me, so I focus in on Masato. What do you suggest we try? You pick something, man. Thanks, delegation. Thanks. Delegation at its finest. Right. Guess it's time to take another look at the map. Let's go to the tech sandbox. Did we already do this? Let's try the tech sandbox. Hey, look at that! A tech promotion. He points excitedly at the map, reading in a clear, loud voice. Grab a group of friends, see into each other's phones, see the truth, conquer the world. That sounds like all layers of sketchy. I'm not crazy about that idea. But think of how much power you could have if you know what everyone wants. You could be the most powerful king on the planet. He excitedly runs off before I can call a vote. Exasperated, I turn to the rest of the group. Are we really doing this? It's sponsored by the park. It's bound to be safe. We'll have the opportunity to see some of the state-of-the-art tech. The park doesn't concern me. I know they have to deal wisely with proceedings or they'll land in some deep trouble. No, I'm far more worried about what our group will do with the information they get from one another. Well, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to see into some people's phones, but others, not so much. Give me just a second though, guys. Something just came up, let me just handle this real quick. And we return. We drop into the tidy air-conditioned facility, following on Yahiko's heels. Oh, we're back in this place, okay. The area is full of commotion, primarily from other younger adults laughing, shouting, and clearly trying to embarrass each other with freshly gathered dirt. Hey everyone, guess who Yukiko likes? Just shut up! Yeah, what exactly is this exhibit about? Yahiko is already chatting up one of the attendants. He returns to us in a few minutes, bouncing eagerly on his toes. Okay, so here's how it works. We each have an opportunity to do a little digging on each other for a few minutes. Then we engage in an ultimate battle of wits by running a campaign for dictator of the world. Wait, slow down. What exactly do you mean? Well, we use the information we learn to convince each other to vote for us. Like, we can blackmail each other or make some kind of promise. Wait, what? How will we do this? I've just met some of you today, after all. Oh, don't worry, Mickey. Usually, limit escape phones have really advanced security features so that we can't be hacked. The only visible information is what users want to share. Yeah, they'd like us to believe that, wouldn't they? Well, guess what? Here, we can choose to lower that security and look into each other's phones. Location information, browsing history, usage statistics, even message and call history, all at your fingertips. Wait a second. If someone looks at my phone, do they see that I've been fucking with Elizabeth more? Is Rui gonna get my phone? How heartbroken will she be? Oh my god. I hope not. Please don't give Rui my phone. Please don't give Rui my phone. Please don't give Rui my phone. Anyway. What part of this sounds fun? Are we even speaking the same language? Well, in that case, this sounds interesting. I thoroughly agree. Ha, I've got nothing to hide. Sounds like a party and a half. Guess that settles it. What's going on? Don't they understand the danger? Is everyone sadistic? I'm reminded of the time that Yahiko wanted to jump off a roof to test if he could fly with umbrellas. Him and his supposedly brilliant ideas. I send some quiet thanks to whoever decided to build this pool straight below the railing. Guys? Sweet. Misaki, would you mind alerting that fine young lady of our decision? Misaki obediently runs off and grabs the attendant, who starts to outline the rules. The first phase of the game would involve 10 minutes of concentrated research. All firewalls down. Everyone would look into one another's phones. The second phase of the game would involve utilizing that information in an attempt to gather a following of minions. What exactly that entails, nobody knows. It's probably intentionally vague to leave the room for interpretation. It sounds like a game around. It sounds like a game around as fishy as. It sounds like a game around as officiate as technique it's using, so I seize the opportunity to sit back and rush to and run the timer. I'm curious on what my friends might be hiding, but not enough for me to sacrifice my own privacy. Alright, are we all ready? Yama's being a party pooper, but aside from that, we're good. Embrace the future, Yama. This is ideal. This is the ideal of technology. I'll stick with pen and paper. Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm not. I wouldn't do that shit. It's like, why the fuck would I give you all my shit? I don't know. I don't have much to hide, but at the same time, that just sounds like a horrendous idea to give another company my entire life information. And for my friends to look through it, especially when one of them is madly in love with me, I'm definitely okay with that. Let's not. Ha! Are you an old man? You don't even use pen and paper. I would if I had a pen that worked. You can always, I don't know, buy one? Now why would I do that? Ah, come on, let's just get started. Yama isn't gonna join us. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Despite the climactic setup, the group's proceeds to simply squat down and scroll rapidly through their phones. The silence is brief. Only a few seconds pass before Misaki's face drops in horror. Icon phones? Who would bother purchasing an icon phone? Just beside her, Yahiko erupts into glee. Huh! I knew I was right all along. Interesting. Come to think of it, Misaki and Yahiko would be the best at gathering phone information. They know their electronics inside and out. Masato, on the other hand, damn, can I use this for anything other than phone calls? Rui and Akira aren't having that much more luck. Where do I start? Internet search history? Purchase records? None of this stuff is juicy. Where's the questions about the meaning of life? Ari is silent as always. I have no doubt she can secure information she needs. She seems very capable in that regard. The problem for her will be presenting that information in the right way. 5 minutes. Already? Let's see. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Ha! I shall rule the world. Why ain't anyone else using a running app? Grover Mecker, Grover Mecker. 3 things every girl wants in a guy. Grover Mecker. My phone buzzes in my hand like a miniature death note. Time's up. Oh, I'm excited to see what happens. My phone was in it. My phone wasn't in it. The group explodes in a frenzy, practically lunging at each other with streams of words that sound like presidential campaign statements. I'll throw lots of festivals if I get elected. Sorry, I'm not interested. Are you and your friend fighting over a guy? What would make you say that? Akira, answer the question. Akira, answer the question. Akira, you're not answering. Answer the question. Your search history. What to do if you and your bestie like the same guy. Love triangle solutions. How to stop liking. It's drama code research, I tell you. It's a regular pattern. Searched every few months since last year. The most recent search was... Wave the white flag of surrender. I concede. You have won this day. Fuck, I wanted to hear more of that. Ari smiles with innocent satisfaction as Akira registers her fingerprint for an official counter. So, blackmail is an acceptable way to gather minions, not just fictional promises. Wait, did Ari mean that she said, like the same person? Masato, join me and I'll advocate for track. You think I'm that easy? Hell no! Masato, can you really please join me? Please join me. I'll advocate for track. Okay. What? Looks like personal preference have a large impact too. Eventually my eyes land on Yahiko. In this setting, his usual granted egotism gives him a nice sheen of confidence. In fact, he seems to be doing better than everyone else. Say, Ari. When I get elected, I'll make a video game class mandatory at the academy. And just like that, she registers her fingerprint. What? Of all things, video games? Hey, damn right. She's a real gamer girl. Hashtag real gamer girl. Really, if you join me, I'll give childhood friends a special legal status. Deal. What would she want? Why would she want that? What kind of legal privileges could you even award to childhood friends? Masato, my man. You think I'm gonna be easy, man? You got another thing coming. I'll run a huge fundraiser for track by using my special access to limit skates and technology. And another fingerprint registration. Yahiko's knocking everyone out like bowling pins. Elizabeth, I'll make Yama take private tutoring for the rest of the semester. Well said. You've earned my vote. Elizabeth, I'm both shocked and not shocked at all. Wait, at this rate, Yahiko will be the winner. Akira, I can provide lessons in love, on love and... Don't say it, take my vote, take it! Yahiko's killing the game. But Akira, answer the question. Answer the question. I'm just saying, nonetheless. His last opponent is Misaki, who's also been disturbingly productive in the campaign game. She greets him with a smile. I'm not easily overpowered. Neither am I, Misaki. Shall we draw our swords simultaneously? A duel amongst dancing cherry blossoms. What is this, a samurai flick? They crouch forward slightly like they're going to physically lunge for each other's throats. A moment of silence passes between them, and even the others in the group continue campaigning to one another. Then Misaki and Yahiko both burst into action, practically screaming at the top of their lungs. Corporations will mandate required vacation time for employees with families. Social Security will redefine parental negligence. For a moment, they only stand there, equally surprised at the other statement. Vacation time? Parental negligence? Why do I suddenly feel like I now know something about them? They couldn't be playing around, right? No, judging from their expressions, they're completely serious. I shouldn't be surprised. There's bound to be a lot of stuff that I don't know. My friends have their own lives, and I have mine. In fact, they probably don't have any idea how Shiguri and I know each other. That's fine. Some things are none of their business. Some things are none of my business. It's all well and good, but still, really bothers me. I know it's childish. I know that I made myself stay out of this game. No one kicked me out. I could learn just as much about Misaki and Yahiko as Yahiko did, and I could learn... I could learn just as much about Misaki and Yahiko as Yahiko did. Really, I have no one to blame but myself. Your strike found an adequate mark. Your strike found an adequate mark, son of Akari. As to yours, daughter of Kazuha, you have trained well. Alright, there's a samurai duel going on. However, I concede that your blow found a vital organ. Mine only made a mark on a limb. I concede this round. She presses her finger against his phone to register her print. The moment she does, a tone sounds by the attendant's booth. Congratulations, Yahiko Akari. You have won your election unanimously. All seriousness melts from Yahiko's face, replaced with shining pride. Am I a dictator now? You are. Oh boy! I really thought it would feel more awesome. Well, you get a prize. 1 free year of Luma Cloud Premium. Luma Cloud Premium. I don't know what that means, but it causes Misaki to stand bolt upright and lean forward in anticipation. Clearly, she's regretting that she conceded. Oh, thanks, but I already have a permanent free premium account. It's what happens when you're the son of 2 rulers. Actually, when I think about it, it's really like that Yahiko is the son of some influential person from the sound of it. People who work at Lumascape. He has an insane number of shoes that are all designer brands made in Italy. He's attending the academy without any scholarship, judging from his grades. And he doesn't seem to have any financial worries or life worries in general. Maybe he really is the son of some higher-ups at Luminascape. I'll take it! Go ahead! She eagerly retrieves the gift code from the attendant as the rest of us are ushered out the door. Elizabeth seems refreshed on the activity. Rui looks like she enjoyed herself. Akira and Masato, on the other hand. There's always tomorrow. Hell yeah! And they're fine. Manipulating people doesn't seem to be their kind of game. Actually, what surprised me the most was that Yahiko did so well. Not only was he efficient in his research, but he knew which arguments to use and how to present them. Say, Yahiko, you haven't gone to, I don't know, prep school or anything, right? Prep school? You know, where you learn etiquette, politics, how to talk to people, or more specifically, how to manipulate people. Ha! Why would I do that? My natural genius is enough. It's just one of my many advantages of being born in Akari, my dear minion. My blood is superior. Right. I'm suddenly sorry I asked. Sorry, I'm here. Should we get going? She looks pointedly at me, like I'm supposed to decide our next destination. Wait, am I? Well, no one else in the group is budging, so I guess it's up to me. Laser tag? A large dome at the corner of the map catches my eye. I tap it for more details. Ultimate Laser Tag Center, brought to you by Lemniscate Site Code. Lemniscate Site Code? That's, glasses, right? They're goggles with interactive displays. It gives you stats and targeting cursors and a mini-map so you feel like you're in a video game. Really? Yeah, we gotta give it a try. And he races off to the laser center without a second glance. I guess we're going there. Thankfully, no one seems to have any objectives. We arrived, blah, blah, blah. I forgot to read the rest because I'm dumb. We're admitted fairly quickly, maybe because our group is large enough to single-handedly create a game. Okay, we need 2 team captains. Hell yeah! Who wants to win? Join me! We'll be great at not only shooting stuff, but solving stuff. Join the Harvard Assassination Crew today! Harvard Assassination Crew? What kind of name is that? Well, that's one team captain. Who shall dare contest him? He bellows this out like an announcer of some twisted reality show. I will. It's preferable to following an incompetent leader. Her enthusiasm is overwhelming. Well, the captains have been selected, so without further ado, it's time to start the draft. Captain Kurogane, you may pick your first minion. Really? Well, that was quick. I get where he's coming from. Rui's thoughtful, but can be quick on her feet. She'd be a good selection. At the same time, I don't see the rush to pick her first. It's not like Elizabeth would ever select her. Fair choice. Hayata is now aligned with the Harvard Assassination Crew. Captain Oshiro, it's your turn. You can pick 2 minions as per drafting rules. Official drafting rules for laser tag? It can't hurt. Oshiro, the clock's ticking. Elizabeth rolls her eyes but glances between the remaining participants. Misaki, that's Kazuhaya for. What? The resistance! We're the resistance! What? Why the resistance? I've always wanted to be part of a resistance. Kazuhaya has joined the resistance. We're not the resistance. But I want to be part of a resistance. It's up to me to choose. It's up to me to choose whether you're in the resistance or not. So, it is the resistance. We're not a resistance. Thankfully, the clamor dies down when Yahiko raises a hand. You may pick one more minion unless you wish to give up your advantage. Never. Never. Considering that getting her here was akin to pulling teeth, she's remarkably engaged in all the activities. I choose. Her eyes pass over Akira, flinch at Yahiko. For a few seconds, they flicker between me and Ari. Yama, get over here. Everyone falls to silence for a long moment. All that can be heard is a faint hum of overheard lights. You're serious? What? You weren't exactly happy with Yama earlier today. Can't I pick who I want? I'm the captain. You want him? Not like that. I just want to win. Is that so wrong? No, nothing's wrong at all. Guess we better get this show on the road, folks. Captain Kuroge, your selection. You may choose 2 minions. Well, ain't you playing? That I am. Come on over to the Harvard Assassination Crew. Sweet. As Yahiko skips on over, Rui gestures wildly to Masato, tiptoeing to whispers in her ear. After a brief second, he nods. And the second one is Ari. Ari only blinks for a moment, but Rui's friendly waves, she travels to Masato's group, which places Kurebe on the resistance by default. It's not the resistance. So, without further ado, let's get this game underway. Don your gear, players. We'll see you on the fields of justice. With that, Masato leads his group to snatch up lightweight vests and goggles and dash into the black room. Elizabeth gathers us into a tight circle, her expression unreadable. Right, I believe it would be optimal efficiency to place 2 members on assault, 1 on defense, and 1 as an intermediary. Misaki, what do you think of defense? Probably because she trusts Misaki the most. Excellent idea. Good. Yama and I shall lead the assault. Probably because she wants to keep an eye on me. Akira? Leave it to me. Top tier intermediary coming right up. What does the intermediary do? As we have 2 members on assault, you'll mainly be covering for Misaki. However, Misaki will generally stay in one location while you run patrols. Gotcha. Mediocre class intermediary coming right up. Elizabeth clearly ignores this. Instead, she heads to the rack, tossing vest and goggles at us. Yama? Yes, Your Highness? Don't be stupid. Yes, Your Highness. Although that might prove to be too difficult for you. I feel inspired already. Right, we've wasted enough time. Let's go. Wait! What about a team chant? We don't need one. She moves to the door, but Akira tugs on her elbow. We can't start a war without a chant. It would be a travesty. Okay, Akira's hilarious when she's not fucking with me. That's all I gotta say. Apparently, it would be a travesty if we used our time efficiently. Ah, come on. Team bonding is important as tactics and individual skill. Fine. Fine, but make it quick. Akira salutes with her cheeky wink and gathers us into a huddle. She speaks breathlessly, her eyes shining with enthusiasm. A day may come when the courage of men fails. Quickly, I said. Blah, blah, blah. This day, we fight! Long live the resistance! Ah, heck, why not? Long live the resistance. Let's go, 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 go! Deploy, deploy! Deploy! Holy shit, this is cool. District 4. Isamu Imperial Boarding Academy. Limnesgate Site Code. Yo, do we get a mini game? We bolt into the dark room in our vests. As we're swallowed in blackness, I slip my goggles over my eyes. The interface immediately switches on, providing me with slick infographics and motion cursors. In the upper left, I see team portraits that light up as each member speaks. Looks like Psycho comes with comms. There's also a map, health count. Where's the map? I guess that's the map right there. Health count, ammo count, and location notifier. Except I'm missing a bullet. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Whoa. These are stunning. Oh, I gotta get me one of these. Presently, a hum washes over the large chamber and the walls come to life with the images of the Academy cafeteria. Whoa, a live simulation. Limnesgate is truly ahead of our time. Let's get to our positions. Despite her brusque words, her face is open in wonder. Seems like she's also a fan. As we head to our places, the intercom cuts in with a mechanical sounding female voice. Welcome to the field, Blue Team. This is standard capture the flag game, best of 1. Your Limnesgate site codes display your health. Let it fall too far and you shall be disqualified for the rest of the match. You should also know that your ammunition is limited. Use it wisely. As Akira and Misaki split towards our base on the rooftop, Elizabeth motions to me at the corner of the perimeter. Ooh, are we gonna make out? Oh, it actually lights up when she talks too. Stuff it! Stuff it! This is the way to the base! A quick glance at the minimap confirms her claim. When the game starts, we go together, but cautiously. When the game starts, we go together, but cautiously. Build 15.17, 5.17. I'm dumb. I'm guessing that's her. That's that. I don't know what these dots are. I'm wondering how much of this is actually going to be interactive, and I get to choose. So I'm like ready for like quick time events and shit. Isn't it better to attack from 2 different directions? Who's captain again? Oh, I see. You do want to make out. Stop it, bloody gallivanting monk! Off your trolley, stonking great ego. I can only grin at her as her intercom flickers to life. All players are within their team zone. The game will begin in 10 seconds. Cheerio to you, good chap. 8 seconds. I say this ought to be a jolly good show. 5 seconds. I'm right knackered, I am. Yama? You called, your highness. She pauses for a moment, clearly struggling to keep a hold of herself. Do you know why I put you on assault with me? To make me miserable? Because for some reason, the tiniest part of me believed that you might actually be great at it. Her words freeze me to the ground. My mind runs blank. I can only stare at her in disbelief. She really... I think Elizabeth wants the D. I really do. Like, Akira, Rui are both, like, they're clamoring in that love triangle, but I think Elizabeth really wants the Dino. She doesn't want to say it, but she believes in me way too much for her to not want the Dino. I honestly believe. I honestly believe, but you know what? That's all good. We'll see what happens. We just playing. We're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Her words freeze me to the ground in disbelief. I can only stare at her. 0 seconds. The match has begun. A high-toned bell rings through the room. Elizabeth turns her attention to the corridors. Let's go. She stalks to the courtyard. Even as I follow her, my thoughts are in a jumble in my head. Great at it? Great at anything? How can I be great at anything? I can't even do anything mildly well. Great? And why would Elizabeth tell me so? The girl who hates my guts. The girl whose guts I hate. Although I'm trying to get up in them. Why would she say I could be great at something? Stop! She throws out her hand. It collides with my chest, sending a rush of sparks up my spine. I quickly step back, shaking the feeling off. There, Yahiko Kari. I turn to where she's pointing. Yahiko is seated on an artificial ledge, his gun on his lap. How foolish. He won't even be able to shoot back. Guess we better take care of him. I swiftly raise my gun, but Elizabeth slaps my hand. Hold your gun properly. Excuse me, Your Highness. I didn't realize that laser tag had rules of combat. It can only help your accuracy, you know. She raises her own gun, her voice lowering to a concentrated whisper. Steady breathing, proper stance, and grip are important, but a good trigger pull is what can make it or break it. Her posture shifts carefully, as if gunning someone down was a common occasion. With laser-like focus, she finally moves her finger to the trigger. One sharp flick of the finger, the trigger clicks, and Yahiko immediately jolts up, hands flying to his goggles. What? Yo! Somebody shot me! That should have been a fatal shot. Laser tag would be really short with fatal shots. Oh, be useful and shoot something. I obligingly poke out my gun from the hole and fire blindly. Aha! There you are! Not what I had in mind. You have a mind? Shut up and run. We race through the obstacles as shots sound all around us. Finally, we find an out-of-the-way corner where we would pause to catch our breaths. Right, we must have a new plan. Such as? Yahiko is the only person on defense, and we pass no intermediaries on our way here. Paired with Masato's personality, it's highly likely that 3 people are on assault. So Misaki will be overrun. They probably have the flag by now. Oddly enough, I can respect her at the moment. She seems to know what she's doing. Well, where does that leave us? We'll have to kill them on our way back. Akira, come in. What's your status? Akira! Right, their comms must have been shot before they could alert us. We're on our own, Yama. So what's the plan? You take the red flag and sprint back to our base as soon as possible. I'll hold them off while I can. But that's suicide. She draws her chin up and gestures to the entrance. Then it should be a worthy sacrifice. Now go, and don't look back. Every passing second is a second wasted. The pulsing perishable warble of laser guns draws closer. I obligingly drive around the corner and scoop the flag into my arms as Elizabeth screams. Long live the resistance! Maybe she's taking this a little too seriously. Well, I guess it's up to me to get the flag back to our base before Masato gets back to his. I sprint at full pace, winding through the simulated campus as I hear Elizabeth goading the other team into chasing her. With the flag in tow, I haphazardly make my way back to base. I've only got so much time before Elizabeth is shot. I'm hit! Looks like Masato actually left someone behind as a guard. I swing around just in time to see a small figure diving behind a corner. Crap, my health is at 50. At the very least, I've still got a few chances left. Admittedly, laser tag would be pretty boring if it followed a one-shot, one-kill system. My grip on the pistol tightens as I peer from my little refuge. I line up my aim so that if the guard emerges, I have a chance to take him down first. I can't react fast enough. Neither of those shots hit when the guard darted from cover to cover. 4 shots left, and it feels like I couldn't hit them even if my gun was full. I'm down to 25. Maybe 20. I'm down to 25% of my health. Maybe 20 meters away from capturing the flag. After all, Elizabeth's hard-earned work, too. Ah, screw it. I charged towards the back table, ignoring the danger behind me. Standing around like this was just going to get me killed. I dive behind the nearest piece of cover as I hear the enemy's laser pistol blare to life. It's down to the wire now. Final chance, right? I stand up, blindly firing my remaining shots as the figure, that's just a few feet away, the figure drops their gun in defeat as a dead icon pops up over their team. I'm dead. With that, Ari places her gun on a nearby bench and pulls out a peach to munch on it without a second thought. How did she... Okay, where did she get... Apparently getting killed doesn't mean much. That was somewhat anticlimactic, especially given how lucky I was to have shot her despite my firing haphazardly. Beggars can't be choosers, though. I promptly plant the red flag on our stand. It glows in response, and after a second of humming, clicks into place. A clear, high tone brings the game to a close. Game over. Victory to blue. The hell? Please exit the room. But I got the flag! Please stop arguing with an artificial voice and exit the room. Masato's grumbling is prominent, but I notice the dark shapes converging at the exit. Guess I better follow them. It takes a few moments to adjust to the blinding sunlight. Still, everyone seems to be fairly happy. Everyone except Masato, of course. We're the rightful winners! Well, we would have been if someone didn't go on a wild goose chase instead of returning the flag. I was gonna. As soon as I caught up to the trash talker, I mean. Then you probably shouldn't complain. Amidst the commotion, I noticed that Elizabeth is strangely quiet. I was expecting her to gloat with her victory, maybe toss in a few snappish, better-than-thou comments here or there. But she's just standing by the map, a faraway look in her eyes as her lips are pulled into a smile. Well, couldn't be helped. We had the best leader, you know. Abbot Yama took charge. Oh no, we were led to victory beneath the banner of the wise Elizabeth Oshio. She came up with all those fancy tactics and everything. To everyone's surprise, Elizabeth blushes slightly and lowers her head. Really? Good job. Thank you. Somehow those simple words felt like more than a compliment. Yeah, let's keep going. I'll get my revenge. Oh, I'm counting on it. Thankfully, the conflict feels teasing rather than biting. I return to the map with a smile and pick out the next destination. The Fine Arena. Let's get to the last one. Pop-up box in the upper corner of the map catches my attention. Live Lemniscape Bot Showcase, the future of gaming. Intrigued, I note that the showcase is located just further down the path. Say, what do you guys think? I point at the announcement. Robots? Say, Cap, do you think he'll be fighting giant monsters? I can say certainly that they won't. It sounds fun. I say we give it a shot. Okay, any objections? Yes, your shoes, minion, need an upgrade. Why you haven't bought any pair of shoes since I first met you? Your objections to the bot showcase. Let's go. Wait, smiling? Genuinely? For non-food related reasons? I don't think I've ever seen Ari so excited. We can pop by. If it's not interesting, we'll go something else. No one else says a word. I take this as confirmation to head down the path. Just behind us, a metal building. A modest portable stage is set up, flanked by screens projecting a live, closer view. A row of assorted small mechs are lined up at the edge of the gate, in front of which stands a Limnisgate representative. It's like Grover Mecker, but in real life. We settle right on the front of the stage. There's not many viewers beside us. Looks like the staff is still setting up. I wonder if they'll let people actually try them. I hope so. What use is the showcase if the target audience can't even try it? I don't know. These kind of things usually involve demonstration matches to make the technology look like a lot better than it actually is. That does seem likely. They may just choose a victim to beat up. That ain't no fair, man. Whoever they choose to represent Limnisgate will probably be as unstoppable as the final boss. It doesn't matter. It's a game, and games must be played by the rules. I'm about to ask Ari what exactly this cryptic piece of information means, but a blast from the speakers quickly ends our conversation. Come one, come all. Come see for yourself the top-of-the-line fighting robots straight from Limnisgate's laboratories. Robotics fans, you might want to listen up. A crowd begins to form behind us, attracted by the representative's announcements. I notice the wide majority of people are young adults. Limnisgate definitely knows their target audience. This is one of our star beta testers, Raiden Rumble Ajibana. He'll be showing you some of the awesome stuff that this new generation of bots can do. The representative steps back from the stage, leaving the room for a big man with short cropped hair to step to the front, holding up his robot of choice. It's a medium-sized, around as big as my head. Sleek in shape and boasting beautiful colors on deep cobalt and silver. The crowd oohs and ahs in appreciation. Oh mama, I gotta get me one of those! The beta tester, Rumble, steps back and gently lays the robot on the stage. Cameras zoom in for a better view, ready to capture the action. The crowd waits with bated breath as Rumble cranks his knuckles. He holds out his hand, into which a representative places Slick's controller. The Mayfly ascends, performs its duties required, and it is no more. And suddenly the robot is alive in a whirl of silver and blue, leaping around the stage like a dancing grasshopper. Rumble smiles confidently as his hand flies over the controller, stringing together flawless combos like the world's most trained fighting gamer. Wow. Art and movement. Amazing. The crowd claps wildly. I already see several young men digging out their phones and punching rapidly at their screens, no doubt reworking their budget. I'm not gonna understand this game, but I can definitely appreciate skill. Rumble brings the routine to a slow, letting the robot pre-out like a professional ballerina before sweeping into a curtsy. He's met with an even louder round of applause. Thank you, Rumble. Wonderful work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's this moment that you've all been waiting for. We're going to open up the floor. Would anyone like to face Rumble? The representatives grin with a slight touch of cockiness. I'll make you guys a deal. If you manage to defeat Rumble in a best of 3, you can take one of these robots home with you. And with confidence I've never seen before, Ari's hand shoots into the air. As the rest of us balk openly at her, the representative's eyes sparkle, no doubt seeing a small girl as easy prey for Rumble. Miss, come on up to the stage. Ari gracefully, a little too gracefully, vaults onto the stage, ignoring the representative's extended hands. What's your name, miss? Ari Hiraga. I see that you're wearing an academy uniform. What year are you in? 2nd. And how are you finding it? Fine. Great conversationalist, I see. So why do you want to try your hand against Rumble, if I might ask? Ari stares blankly at her hand for a long moment. Uh-oh, she might not know what try your hand actually means. I'm not trying. Whoa, what bold words. Miss Haraga claims that she doesn't even need to try against Rumble. I'm pretty sure that's definitely not what Ari meant. Rumble, what do you have to say to that? The insect believes itself to be king over insignificance. And Rumble's retort is just as strong. Well, folks, what are you, excited or what? The crowd cheers, egged on by the representative's skilled hype building. I find myself wishing for Ari to crush Rumble to the ground. Ari has a tough road for her. That rep is just twisting our words, man! It builds hype. It's exciting, in my opinion. Come on, guys, let's root for Ari. Give me an A! A! Give me an eye! Hey! Give me an... Shish, they're talking! The disorganized team cheer immediately dies down as the representative pulls the microphone back to her lips. Let's see what our bot challenger will select for herself. Ms. Haraga, feel free to pick any of the bots from the row. Ari contemplatively paces down the row, stopping from time to time. It feels less like she's stuck with an indecision and more like she's examining the bots down to their basic molecules. Pick the coolest one! Pick the cutest one. Pick the most effective one. Pick the one you can beat him with. Pick the most innovative one. Pick a peck of pickled peppers. Shut up, Akira. Ari ignores the incoherent din from our group and eventually settles on a humble, boxy-looking bot at the end of the line. The crowd goes completely silent in shock at her decision. Tell me about this bot. Are you sure about this choice? I need more information. Right. This tricky little guy, most of the testers weren't exactly sure what to do with him. He looks very unintimidating, but don't be mistaken. If you play your cards right, you can change his form by extending or contracting the panels on all of his sides. It's extremely flexible, hence why testers are still having a go at figuring out the best way to use him. I see. He is challenging? The most, but not very beginner-friendly, Miss Haraga. Then I select him. Why does it sound like she's looking for more of a challenge than a victory? Very well. Our ambitious challenger is certainly looking for an upset. Let's get ready for round one. Ari sets her humble little bot at the edge of the ring, exactly opposite Rumble's bot. The representative hands her a controller. Ari frowns when she sees it. Is this for the bot? Of course. It's certainly not for my television. The crowd's answering chuckle almost drowns out Ari's response. It looks exactly like Rev Red. The representative completely ignores her and instead lifts her hands into the air, ready to cue the match. Rev Red? What the heck is that? Round one, Rumble versus Challenger, and fight! The crowd cheers as the representative chops her hand down. The stand erupts with light signifying the start of the round. For a moment, Rumble charitably sits back, letting Ari experiment with her bot. From what I can tell, it's essentially a box on wheels. I watch it roll forward, I watch it roll backward, I watch it roll side to side. Then one of those sides falls down. No wait, the entire side of the matrix the entire side is as a matrix of smaller panels. Interesting, seems like the entire box can be transforming. Give or take a few limitations, but instead of experimenting much further, Ari only retracts the panel and extends the opposing side. Seems like she doesn't really know what to do. Oh, I don't see it that way. What do you mean? You should ask Yahiko. He plays quite a few games, you know. Since when has Misaki known Yahiko more than me? My curiosity overtakes me, and I eke over to Yahiko. Do you know what she's doing? She'll try a basic attack next. I watch the stage. Sure enough, one of the robot's sides turns away and swivels on a tiny limb, like a miniature sharp-edged shield. Now a 6A 214B. A what? The bot repeats its shield cut attack and suddenly hoisted the panel over and behind it. Yahiko seems extremely pleased. She might try something a little more complex now, like a 6A 8-hit C6C D2D. The clumsy-looking box suddenly moves in a world of rotating panels. I can't tell what's happening, but it seems to just make Yahiko even more excited. I knew it. It's just like Rev Rad. What is Rev Rad? But he doesn't answer me because Rumble has started to move. His bot elegantly skates around Ari's, which is still rolling cheerily around, flipping its sides. One quick sharp blow sends the poor boxy bot crashing straight into the edge of the ring. Ooh, that one's got a sting. The bot shakily rights itself and starts wheeling away from Rumble, tearing around the ring like a panicked civilian in the middle of a war zone. Even as it flees, I see Ari experimenting with some structural changes, like extending, flipping, and morphing its panels to create different shapes. Like, she doesn't even try to land an attack on Rumble's bot. Basically, she's trying to understand the bot's identity. She's going through its moves systematically. Do you think she has a chance? Only if she finds something really unique that beta testers would never expect. Unfortunately, it's at this moment Rumble predicts Ari's walk path and flies at her bot, crushing it decisively into the ground. The representative whips down her hand, even as segments inside the bot piece it back together. Winner of this round is Rumble. The crowd politely claps. It's clear to their eyes Ari doesn't have a fraction of a chance against an experienced beta tester. But I saw some promise in the way she was messing with that in the form of her bot. A bot with structural changes. As you can see, it only takes a few seconds for a bot to repair itself. No more long waiting between rounds. Players, are you ready? Ari nods quietly, a faint smile flickering across her lips. Rumble says nothing. Round 2, and fight! This time, Rumble immediately explodes into action. His bot leaps gracefully at Ari's. Ari's barely manages to swerve away before the ground where it's standing angrily dented. Rumble's assault is relentless. He never allows a single second for Ari to recover, chasing doggedly after her bot without a break. Not once does his bot lose its footing or crash into the wall. Such is the extent of his control. And then, right before his latest jump is about to crash into Ari flattens her bot into half its original width, with those swirling massive panels narrowly dodging Rumble's strike. She takes the split second to required for Rumble's recovery to bounce back to its original size, slamming panels straight into Rumble's back in an unhurried, smooth combo. Yahiko grins widely as Ari's bot pummels Rumble around in a terrifying wall pin. Dude, her combos are slick. I should fight with her sometime. As he finishes the sentence, Rumble's bot suddenly shimmers and gives off a short pulse of energy, sending Ari's bot flying back. Dude, I didn't know these bots had bursting. I have no clue what he's saying, but that doesn't stop me from enjoying the match. Ari is clearly getting the hang of her bot. She changes into diagonals, L-shaped patterns, and even box curves to dodge Rumble's attacks. Sometimes his bot lands a glancing blow, but it never severe enough to catch her in a combo. Finally, she manages to curve around his bot and slam one final combo into its backside, sending it crashing into the ring. The crowd claps, but this time, they seem much more impressed. Even the representative looks surprised. Solid display, challenger. This round goes to you. Rumble's face is completely motionless. He doesn't even look dismayed. Dude, this next round is going to be so intense. What do you mean? You'll see. Within seconds, Rumble's bot has reassembled itself and returned to its original position. Ari is smiling in utter satisfaction, as if she's completely forgotten that the audience existed at all. Maybe she's just having fun with playing with this bot. The final deciding round, ladies and gentlemen. Will Rumble be able to redeem himself, or will the challenger score an unprecedented underdog win? 3, 2, 1, fight! If I thought the last match was intense, this one is just a blur of color and motion. It's clear that Rumble is no longer holding anything back. His bot moves with crazy speed, but above all, total control and precision. Ari's movements are clearly rougher, even though she's mastered the structural reorganization of her bot. It almost looks like she's not used to the 3D space. None of that. Come on, Ari, you can do it! The fate of the world rests on your shoulders, chosen one! Ari barely skates out of the Rumble's favored landing combo, but she turns so sharply that her bot stumbles away. Rumble's lips twitch into a smirk. It was an honor, but your time draws to an end. May you make your peace. And he hits her solidly, sending her bot flying into the air. Yahiko winces. It's over! Air combo into a ground pound. But as Rumble leaps after Ari, she flattens into a vertical plank that better cuts through the air resistance, falling before he can land a blow. Although surprised, Rumble reorients his bot to hold out its foot for a single devastating dive kick. I don't see how she can get out of this, trying to change forms and move will take too long, but she can't move while she's still a plank. And if she does return to her usual form, the kick will put so much heavy damage on the bot that I don't see her recovering for the match. This must be the end of the series. And then I see Ari's fingers flying over the controller, and her boxy bot rapidly disassembling into a condensed brick. And then I understand. As Rumble's bot soars foot extended, ready to strike the killing blow, Ari's bot melts into an indestructible brick, settling on the ground, biding its time. And then, just at the right moment, Ari mashes her hand on the controller, and the metal brick springs upward, slapping right into Rumble's bot, and sproing! And as if in slow motion, Rumble's bot sails into the air, flipping in a perfect double axel head over heel right over the bounds of the fighting box, and plummets into the middle of the audience. Silence stretches on as the crowd tries to process what just happened. The mic drops from the representative's hand, barely and mercilessly muted in the time before it hits the stage. Rumble stares blankly at his controller, as if he's trying to wake himself from a dream. Ari stares blankly at her controller as if she's suddenly and uncontrollably hungry. Fists of our cheering team are stopped mid-pump in the air, looking like we're in the middle of a half-hearted fistfight. And then, the winner of the round, and then for the set, is Ari Hiraga, the new challenger. The representative numbly stammers these words, still in shock. Another moment of dead silence passes. Then the crowd erupts into cheers. She did it, dude! Look at those moves! Look at the plays! Ari, what was that? She won! She really won! That was incredibly impressive. Ha! The tiny one's got some surprise on her sleeve. And I scored a perfect shot of the winning moment. Ari stands to her feet with a broad smile, bowing politely at her opponent. Rumble doesn't seem the least bit irritated. Truly, on this day, we have met well in wartime, challenger Ari. He bows his head in respect, solemnly walks into the crowd, and picks up his bat, disappearing behind the stage. Wow! How incredible! Despite all the odds, it seems as if the challenger has come away victorious. Miss Hiraga, what are your thoughts on Miss Hiraga? What are your thoughts on Miss Hiraga? But Ari already walked to the edge of the stage, seemingly ignorant of the representative's queries. She quietly leaps down, only to get swarmed by our group. Good job, Ari! That was amazing. You really showed them. How are you able to understand the system so quickly? The controller played just like Rev Rad. The fighting game, right? Yes. You play? But of course. You see, the Rev Rad Mecha Warrior was actually the inspiration for the design of President J. Graves' bot. Just like all the roads lead to the Rome, all of Yahiko's comments lead to Grover Mecha. Oh wait, that was actually me, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay, well, oh well. I see. Perhaps we should play sometime. She sounds hesitant at the idea, but I can't discern why. Maybe she doesn't want to play with Yahiko, but then she wouldn't have made the offer in the first place. I'm down. They walk back down the road, chattering eagerly about the video game of all things, completely ignoring the hapless representative. Come to think of it, wasn't Ari supposed to win one of those robots? Not that she seems to care. I wonder if we should accept Ari's robot for her. It's not our choice, Mickey. I know. I lead the group back to the map, showing some mercy on the poor representative. On the poor representative. After all, her higher-ups can't be too happy about bargaining a new prototype on a whim. It's probably best if we let this be, considering that the only person who deserves to care is Ari. And Ari, well, seemed happier about playing with the bot than actual victory itself. Ari and Yahiko are already waiting for us by the campus map. Dudes, you guys are so slow. Maybe you should just maybe you're just always in a rush to go places. Some people like leisurely walks. Leisurely walks? We don't have time for that. Look at all this stuff we've got to hit. Yama, my minion, lead us on. You have a good head for efficiency. Do we really have that much stuff to explore? I take a look at the map to verify what we have left. Before I can decide on another attraction, a ringtone cuts to the silence. Masato sheepishly digs his phone out of his pocket. Sorry, alarm. I check my own phone, 6 p.m. Technically, Masato's curfew. Thanks for the fun, guys, but I got a piece. I've also got some things to do, but this was remarkably fun. Thank you. You guys are leaving? But there's so much more adventures to be had. Honestly, even I'm a bit warm from all this excitement. I'm heading back too, but you guys can stay if you want. I need to leave as well. Both of you? It's okay, Rui. We'll just have to make up for their ticket costs. Surprisingly, Rui turns to Ari with a smile. Want to try that roller coaster over there? Okay. We exchange quick farewells before Rui, Ari, and Akira and Yahiko race off to the serpentine roller coaster in the distance. I split the ways with the others at the academy dorms and head to my apartment. And with that, guys, we come to the end of Lucid9. And this one actually ended up being about the same time as all the others. I'm actually surprised. But nonetheless, I do need to end this fairly quickly. I can't do as much of a recap, but we finished at the amusement park. We've got a little bit left in that day, and then we'll probably do the next day in the next episode. But nonetheless, guys, this has been Pergolane. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.